Mansfield in the morning.
Okay, so this morning I start on a slightly different note. I've been looking at Life After Life, and many of you will remember Gavin Singh.
Yes.
And it's nearly 3 years since he passed. And yesterday his dad, Norman, also passed.
Oh.
And so today I just want to say a little prayer for his soul and to send lots of love to Gavin's mom. Gavin was an only child, so this is a very difficult time for her. Norman was one of the gentlest, most humble, hospitable and kind people I've ever met. And so we pray, rest eternal grant unto him, O divine light, and let your light perpetual shine upon him now and always.
Thank you.
Okay, so moving from that, I'm going to be looking at how we shouldn't categorize life as good or bad. And I'm starting with the Teus story. And I'm so sure Jeremy, like me, will remember the Karoo farmers.
Young, what?
A different sort of breed. They were very measured in their response and quite slow.
Very
this
slow.
story reminded me of them. A farmer and his son had a beloved stallion who was very important and useful on the farm. One day the horse ran away, and their neighbor exclaimed, "Your horse ran away. What terrible luck." The farmer replied, "Maybe." All the farmers I knew were like this, as I said, measured in their response. A few days later the horse returned home leading a few wild mares back to the farm. The neighbor shouted, "Your horse has returned and brought several others with him. What great luck." The farmer replied, "Maybe." Later that week, the farmer's son was trying to break in one of the mares, and she threw him to the ground and he broke his leg. And the neighbor cried, "Your son broke his leg. What terrible luck." The farmer said, "Maybe." A few weeks later, soldiers from the National Army marched through the town, recruiting all the able-bodied boys for the army. And of course, they didn't take the farmer's son because his leg was broken. And they shouted, "Your son is spared. What tremendous luck." To which the farmer replied, "Maybe." And the moral of the story is that we shouldn't be categorizing life as good or bad. It simply is what it is. It's how we respond to it that's important. And as we look at what we're going through now, we're not in control of the lockdown. We can stop the spread of the virus and shorten our time in lockdown by staying at home. But we can also spend time, and I think this is the point, really, that we can spend time now thinking about how we're going to reach out to others and make a difference in this world, bring joy to others, and perhaps even raise the vibrational energy around us. Now, I feel that when we do things for others and shift our thoughts out of ourselves, it lifts us out of our own world. It expands those walls of our own world and opens us up to other people and the bigger world. When we're spending time alone, our world can become small. And this enforced isolation is causing a lot of people to just feel their world is shrinking in on them and to just focus on themselves. To broaden this, we need to then look at others. And in the words of Pope Francis, the rule of nature is actually to live for others. So one of our listeners, Colette Friedman, sent me the following beautiful message from the Pope, and I'm not going to change anything in it because I think he wrote it absolutely beautifully. So thanks, Colette, and good morning. This is what the Pope says. "Rivers do not drink their own water. Trees do not eat their own fruit. The sun does not shine on itself, and flowers don't spread their fragrance only for themselves. Living for others is a rule of nature. We are all born to help each other. No matter how difficult it is, life is good when you're happy, but, and this is the line that I love and would like us to remember today, if we remember nothing else to keep this at the forefront of our thinking, life is much better when others are happy because of you. So let us all remember, says the Pope, that every changing color of a leaf is beautiful and every changing situation of life is meaningful. Both need very clear vision. So don't grumble or complain. Let us instead remember pain is a sign that we're alive. I'll remember that in the middle of the night when my back's sore. Problems are a sign that we are strong, and prayer is a sign that we're not alone. So if we can acknowledge these truths and condition our hearts and minds, our lives will be more meaningful, different, and worthwhile. Now, for me, even if you don't believe in a higher power, I think we will all acknowledge that making others happy really enriches our own lives. And let us remember today that none of us are alone. We're here for you at Hot 919. I'm sure you have people who are there for you. Reach out if you're feeling lonely. And may God bless you and protect you and those you love.
Thank you, Shona.
Here it comes! It's Mansfield in the morning. Driven by Sandown Motors, your Mercedes-Benz partner.